What's going on? And happy Thanksgiving, of course. If anyone's on YouTube. What's going on, Brandon and Dale? Okay, hey. How you guys all doing? A lot of people not in a food coma at the moment. It's still light out here, yeah. Yeah, indeed. I should make a Spotify? Nah, I'd rather not. What's up, Madcap? No hat, but hoodie, indeed. It's pretty damn cold here. Joshua, thanks, man. Pull out the guitar. Yeah, not outside. Probably warp my neck to the point where it's not playable. It's so cold. Or not that it's cold, but that it changed so much. But it's not Midwest cold. No, it's not. This is cold for California. Cold because of all the rain. Yeah. What time is it for me right now? I actually don't know. 5-ish, something like that. Quick question: what will you do with the channel now? The same thing I've always been doing, which is randomly streaming and sometimes posting music when I get around to it. Jack is Jack. What's going on? Floppy disk drive. Trying to buy a gram of that 115. Nice. Thanks for the donation, man. The $1.15. Mystery is the best song on both four. Thank you very much. Drowning with a close second. BOA remix instrumental. I don't know. We'd have to ask Brian. He did the remix, so if we were doing instrumental, it'd have to be from him. Do I still use Halo guitars? I do. Actually, I'm having a new one built. I haven't actually announced that yet until just now. You're going to see it soon. It's going to be really cool. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, this is the MacArthur pipe, General MacArthur style corncob pipe. I know the lighting's not real good right here now, but what am I going to do? What's up, Chili? Is there another Octavia? You'll have to wait and see. You and Avenge should do another song together. Another dong together. I assume that meant song. Well, technically, we didn't do the first one together. They just used Damned in one of the songs they wrote. Please tell him instrumental bow. You can go tell him yourself. He's Brian Toohey on Twitter. You can tell him. Madcap, I do. I remember. Up crispy. I didn't realize I can actually do like video enhancement on a live stream. Does that actually work? Oh, that looks like shit. that work? Is that actually changing what it looks like? That looks terrible. Okay. Wow. Okay, how do I get it to go away now? There we go. What are you reading for, Jared? I think I packed this too tight. We'll see. Jesus, thank you very much, man. How long does it take for you to compose a piece? I think I've mentioned this before. This is about 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, that's more than the time it takes to write it, but from going from nothing to final master is about 6 weeks. Brandon, no, this is not wacky tobacco. This is normal tobacco. Put my lighter, actually. My favorite song. Well, I have one. Although a good contender would be King Diamond, Sleepless Nights. How's my Thanksgiving? It was pretty good. How was yours? No thanks, Steve Colin. What am I thankful for? I don't know. Technology. Do I like sweet potatoes? Yeah, sometimes. Jack is Jack. How did you start working with Treyarch originally? I was a QA tester at Activision, and David Vonderhaar found me and brought me over to Treyarch. That's the very short version of it. Favorite Easter egg song to make? I don't know. They all have different things. I don't have a favorite. Turkey or ham? Turkey. I've never liked ham. At least what be considered to be ham. I've had some Spanish, like, Iberian, acorn-fed pork ham that is fantastic, but what you normally think of ham, I just don't really like. You're in QA too? That's cool. Happy Thanksgiving, Jake. We had a friend who was in QA, yeah. Was the editing for the vocals for Dead Ended time consuming? No. No more than usual. Why are we here? Yeah, I can't presume to know that answer. Is there any major lore hidden in the songs? Yes. Just to suffer. Hindus would say that suffering is part of life. And they've been thinking about that for thousands of years longer than I have. Are you guys part of my Discord? That's cool. Do I play zombies? I used to. Over the years, it's been more and more difficult to find time to do it. Can I do a breakdown of my songs? Yes. I will do that. I'll actually open up the sessions. I recorded them, and I'll show each instrument, and I'll talk about the drums and all the various instruments, the guitars, drums, bass, and vocals, or at least the vocal melody. And I'll break it down harmonically and melodically and structurally, and we'll just go through it live, if that would be interesting. Yeah, sir, what's going on? Welcome back. Long time. Thank you, Ed. How did I team up with Maluka? I went to college with her a long time ago. I just haven't talked in a long time, and then I heard her doing the Skyrim stuff, so I gave her a call up and said, sounded good, want to do a song together. So chaotic. Have I played X Zombie Map? I've played them all. Yeah, both her and Elena were great. Yeah, I agree. FTJ, thanks for stopping by, man. It's a presumptuous question, Brandon. It's raining. It was raining. Now it's just sort of. Clark sounded British in Stormbound. Was that intentional? Nothing I do is really intentional. We just start writing stuff and doing things, and whatever seems right is right. The same way a lot of British musicians sound American when they sing songs. Sometimes it's just tweaking the accent to make words seem cool for whatever reason. Chaos. Is making lyrics for the songs Jimmy Zielinski and Blundell. I love you. Okay, thank you. I should probably look at that actually. Was making lyrics for the songs different between when Jimmy Zielinski and Blundell was working? Also love. No, I mean, basically, I have to look at the story, think about it for a while, and then start with phonetics, and then look into the lore and write words and describe what's going on, metaphors that make the phonetics seem right. So no, it's not different. Is Clark elusive in person? Is he online? Even more so. I never know when I'm going to have contact with him. He just shows up one day and lets us know he's around. And if I'm writing a song, we have him sing on it, and then he disappears. What happened to Epstein? I don't know, but I don't think he killed himself. Any aesthetic? Right on, man. Schwa, thank you. My Thanksgiving was good. What do I think about COD Mobile? It's awesome. Thank you, ProStar. Was I involved in the writing of Mad Hatter? Not 1%. That's all A7X. Any other projects that I'm doing? I'm always writing something on my own. It's just trying to find the time to get it together. I actually have to raise funding because I hire outside mixers and independent artists and all sorts of people to get it going. So I'm going to start funding for that soon, but I just want to make sure I can do it in a timely fashion. So that's why I haven't started it yet. Man, happy with, I mean, as happy as one can be occasionally. Non-video game songs you released? Yeah, if you're on my YouTube channel, just look through my videos. There's tons of stuff on there that had nothing to do with the game. It's really old, though. Not since I've started the game, if that's what you mean. How long have I been playing and mixing? A long time. How long have I been playing Easter egg music? Since World at War. Move this a little closer. It's a bit dark, huh? How hyped are you for tlou 2 online? If it exists, fairly hyped as long as it's good. Madcap, are you the Shadow Man? Maybe. You live in Berlin? What time is it there? What's up, Jessica? Welcome back. Have I created music for other games besides Call of Duty? No. Am I streaming from my phone? Yes. We continue make music for Call of Duty. If Call of Duty continues and I'm still employed there and it is pertinent to whatever the current thing would be at that time, then yes. Gig? I'll try. Would you ever imagine that your songs get as popular as they did? Seems like 115 turned into something something. Yeah. No. I had no idea. I was just writing what seemed cool. My favorite song I made, I don't have a favorite. I don't know. Favorite zombies character says Nacho _ space 115. The Doctor. There's a choice of singer lineup with the perspectives of where you think they're from, maybe. Crown Browner, thanks for the donation. Loving your videos of COD Zombies. I love them. Thanks for sharing it. Absolutely, man. Thanks for the donation, man. Appreciate it. How did I meet Clark? It was through somebody else when we were doing the GK Nova stuff way back then. A bunch of us thought he just worked with us, and it turns out he didn't. And we just got to know him that way. What do I think of Black Ops 4? I like it. But I also worked on it the entire time, so, and every other Black Ops. Samboy, thanks, man. Will I upload the Perca-Cola jingles? Not necessarily. Those are a combination of licensed and written, and I didn't do much of any of that, so it would be weird for me to upload that on my channel. Good one, Chaotic. Would you do a Shred Wars with Jared Dines? I guess. But, you know, I guess those dudes would have to invite me, but I don't know. I guess that's a lot. Did you like Tagged or Toten's ending? I liked all the stuff we did officially. Where'd I get the pipe from? The buddy I play with on tlou a lot, Lex Mariandi, bought a bunch of them and gave me this McCarthy corncob pipe. James McCauley, no, he did not make most of the jingles. It was a bunch of people. I mean, Tui made some. Craig Houston made some. I don't think James made any of the jingles. I'd have to check again. Know what I mean? Favorite Call of Duty Zombies game? All of them. Yeah, Houston made some of them. Quite a few of them, actually. How did I get hired to work for COD? Started as a tester. Vonderhaar brought me over. I tested and worked really hard, and then they agreed to hire me. Avenged Sevenfold making music for COD was amazing. It was amazing. Did Elena sing the Juggernaut song? She sang, yes. There's another version, I think the original prototype or something out there, but she did sing the one that was in the game originally. They get to meet events. Yeah, they'd come in and talk to us about direction of the song that they were going to write. They're always cool, and they love the game, so true fans. If I do a tutorial on to play the song Zombies on guitar, yes. I'm going to do a bunch of them. Again, that's another thing I've been saying soon for a long time, but yes, I will. Right on one. Favorite Zombies map? For me, I always say the original Knocked, just because it has so much nostalgia for me. Was Light from the Shore always intended to be as instrumental? Yes. Favorite Wonder Weapon? The original Tesla. Or the ray gun. I mean, do we categorize that as Wonder Weapon? Do the instrumentals for the other? Yeah, I will. Actually, let me ask you guys, what is your favorite Wonder Weapon? And which map was it your favorite on? Think hard. Wave Gun on Moon. Lightning Bow. Bows on Rock. Thunder Gun on Ascension. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's true. The Thunder Gun is pretty great. I might have to change mine, actually. That is pretty good. IBFP Gamer 65, thank you. Winter's Howl is good too. Now you're making me think. Any fragments of music you've been working on lately? Always. Jared Gunner. The Acid Gat. Dale, I think you're trying to set me up for something. What's up, man? From Spain? How's it going? One of the genres I don't think I've touched is thrash. Like some of my stuff is kind of thrash, isn't it? I don't know. Like I don't really write in a particular genre on purpose, so it's all accidental. Crown Pronner. Do you think that you could ever be so famous? I am not that famous, but I appreciate that. Stormbound is pretty thrash. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, actually, let me ask you guys, what genre of metal do you think Stormbound is? Snakeskin boots is awesome. Metalcore, really? Stormbound? The funniest thing is I don't like metalcore really that much, but a lot of people tell me that's what I write, and I don't really know. The Mental Asylum, that was James McCauley. Screamo? It's not really Screamo though, at all. I know a lot of people use anything that has any kind of screaming in it, and the word is Screamo, but Screamo is a very specific type of something. Metalcore and black metal. Yeah, it's kind of black metal. It's also kind of death metal, no? Transition into heavier metal, also an accidental. I mean, everything I do is I just do what I kind of feel like doing. So yeah, I guess it is kind of progressive metal, sort of. It's 105 in England. Nice. I like jazz. Yeah, kind of. Only song close to death metal is Coming Home. Yeah, I guess you're probably right. 105 is gym music 200% of the time. PS4, Xbox. Well, the Xbox One I didn't like, so the PS4. But I love the 360. Yeah, you could call I Am the Well closer to death metal or thrash. That's true. PS4 because of tlou. Yeah, kind of. I mean, the Xbox One, the menus are just so clunky. I don't know. You know, Brandon says I can't pinpoint a single genre. Yeah, I have a hard time talking about it. You know, because I don't really know what to say. It is. It's Z metal. Yeah, Archangel's definitely out there in one of the harder genres, but the vocals make it different. They're like pineapple pizza. I don't hate it. Why chat in the dark? I started in the light. It wasn't my fault. The earth did this to me. Hated Dead Flowers the first time, then you like it. Yeah, I get over that a lot. Let me see if I can get some lights on. Hold on. I might go non-responsive for a second. Sorry about that. No. No Fs. I need no respect right now. We're still streaming. When you're walking the streets to hear your own music, no, I don't. Favorite band? I always default to King Diamond, Merciful Fate, with a slash in between. Shockwave for Ultimus. I don't know. It's up to you. Am I having a good time? I'm having a adequate time. The song's the reason I play zombies now. Thank you very much. Ever heard Starset? I have not. There we go. That's a little low. Chaotic. No longer Shadow Man, indeed. Rustle this up here. My Thanksgiving was pretty good. Which one is a good music for you? Aber at 105? They're both fun. What is the meaning of this? So I'm finally awake, yeah. Barely. Will you ever see a last gen? Well, you would have to have already seen last gen. That's how last gen works. You gotta head out? All right, man. Thanks for coming by. Nacho doesn't speak Japanese. Yeah, I know. Were there any songs that weren't released? Not not really an entire song. There were some ideas that I started and then didn't pursue, but Brandon Diaz style is theatrical. Yeah, I've heard that a couple times. I do not sprechen any Deutsch. Nacho, can you guess where I am from? Country? I cannot. I could, but I won't. Tell me. Ever tried Destiny? Yep, of course. Has anyone famous ever asked to be involved in an Easter egg song? You're from Argentina? Oh man, you guys have the best grilled food in the world. Brazil's right up there though. From Ecuador. I'm good, man. How are you? I packed this a little too tight. Will I ever ask a different vocalist on songs? I mean, it's not out of the question. I don't really limit myself with some kind of, I don't know. I just do whatever I want. Thanks, Optic. Is there ever a time that you couldn't think of anything to write and the deadline was approaching? On every single song, that was the case. Every single time. It's really hard to write songs, I guess. At least for me. Maybe not for some people. Can I perform at weddings for top dollar? Yeah, sure. As long as I know what top dollar is defined at. Thanks, the new me. Appreciate it. Do any of the songs mean anything lore-wise or no? Yes, all of them do. Every once in a while, I'll get a flurry of those questions where they ask, does this mean anything? And some experts will come around saying stuff about it. But, being that I work on the game, of course, I take the lore into account when writing them. However, it doesn't directly give it away because that would be stupid. Thanks, Brandon. If I've been trying to figure out the meanings, yeah. I don't ever comment on the meanings because I hate when artists tell people what their song is supposed to mean. I think it ruins it. Chris, love you too. Favorite chord progression? I don't know, man. That changes a lot. Probably flat 6, flat 7, 1. Yes, the fans not only figure it out, I think they define it. Because let's say I wrote something and then immediately died. I mean, the interpretation's never going to get made. Of course not. It's going to get made, just not by me. Well, yeah, and I know some people want to think that they have some great plan when they're writing music. The truth is, nobody really does. Nobody has any idea what they're doing. Because when you write a song, what was I saying? When you write a song, you kind of have to start with an idea to, like a map, and you look at it. But then once you get the map and you actually drive what the GPS is telling you, you have to look around and make decisions based on what's in reality. And that's how a song gets made. So there's this third thing that happens without your control. If that makes sense. Drop something, hold on. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. First instrument I learned to play was piano. I was okay at it. My Thanksgiving was all right. Any World at War instrumentals? Yeah, I'm working on it. It's hard finding them. Would I like anything for Christmas? Yes. Do I find the last gen Richtofen memes funny? I do. They are very funny. A new white hat. Yeah. Why the pipe? I don't know. Why not? I like it. Any knowledge of ancient history? Yeah, some. Why do they plan last gen Richtofen for thumbnail for Shockwave? Just to be funny. Yeah, that's another why not answer. Arrow's right. Favorite movie? Might be The 13th Warrior. Camarada says, ooh. I shan't say it back. Do I watch JoJo? No. That feels like some kind of anime, and I see people talking about that a lot. Least favorite movie? That's a tough one. There's so many. Smoking? Just tobacco. Oh, it's not going too well. I think I packed this too tight. Yeah, I can barely get anything in here. That happens. The end spam begins. So all you guys just chilling? Are you done with your Thanksgiving dinners or lunches, I guess. Why 8-string? You know, when I started doing that, I mean, Meshuggah had just started doing it. I mean, it's the same reason everyone plays an 8-string. Meshuggah made albums and they sounded good, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" And so I bought one. And I don't know if you noticed though, there's very few songs that I have written that sound. I see what's going on here. That are technically 8-string only. So what am I saying here? I try to use the 8-string in a way that just makes the register of the guitar bigger instead of, you know, playing songs that are primarily 8-string. Coming Home is really the only song that I do that is primary an 8-string song. You know what I mean? That makes sense to everybody? Where, you know, I'm playing a main riff on the 8-string. The rest of the time, it's more of to expand the range of the guitar during, like, say, the bridge or something. I like doing that where I write something and then I want to be able to drop down far below the register that the song begins at a certain section near the end, usually the bridge or maybe the third chorus as an as a variant. Because you'll notice the lowest chord in almost all of my songs is usually in the bridge or maybe in the third or the outro chorus. And that's not by accident. I'm from Wales. There's no Thanksgiving. Oh, there we go. Finally, I can smoke my pipe. If you use an amp sim, almost okay. So you want to know what I use for my guitar tones? The one in Lullaby I did on a Line 6 Spider 2 that I had just bought right before I recorded, just because I didn't have anything. And then I used Pod Farm, you know, 1 and then Pod Farm 2, somewhere in there, up until Stormbound, right? Yeah. Stormbound, I had my stuff reamped by Josh Wilbur in his studio. And then I Am the Well, I used the Fortin amp simulator, the Nameless suite. And same thing after that. God, it's going out already. You mix up Coming Home, Paradolia. All right, Crystal, thanks for coming out. Yeah, I guess, you know, one of these days I'll show you what my guitar settings are. You're going to build an 8-string next year? Nice. You should try out Halo. Do you see any anime? Not really. It's never been my thing. You know how people say when you take steroids, you get roid rage and you turn into like this raging asshole? Well, I think anime has like the opposite effect. Anime is the opposite of steroids. Am I triggering everyone? Choose how my song is activated. I don't try to actually. One of our sound designers, King Skylark on Twitter, does a lot of the scripting for that. So I let him do whatever he wants, just something creative. Put your distortion all the way up, then play 115. You yell, "I'm coming home" every time you go home. Nice. Did you think Carrie Ann would be hated because Elena wasn't the singer? Yes, I absolutely knew that would be the case, and it would be the case for a long time. Do I think Shangri-La is on Mars? I don't think anything. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I know things. I don't have to guess. How about that? All right, Lucas, thanks. Dark Apocalypse. Take it easy. Favorite moments working for zombies? I mean, the first zombie map coming out before we knew what it even was great. You're excited about Carry On? That's cool. I mean, most of my songs, you have to understand, I expect them to be disappointing because they don't really resemble the song that comes previous to it. So I expect there to be some sort of anger happening. What did you first want to do when you got into college? I wanted to be like a music producer, but like in the record industry. Thank goodness I didn't pursue that because that is ridiculous. Right on, Wills. Jose, A Light from the Shore is voiceless. Why? Why is it an instrumental? We just wanted to make an instrumental. That's all. What do I think about Greek mythology? I like it. It is good. Right on, Dominator. Audio engineering, that's cool. Do I know anyone with a hot mom? Probably. I have a favorite composer. Brian Toohey and James Macaulay. What's my favorite book series? My favorite book, weirdly, is a book called Rumblefish. I think it was S.E. Hinton. Long time ago. Is Elena chill in real life? Yep. Do I ever listen to Ghost? I don't. Nothing against him. I just don't listen to a lot of anything. But I'm glad that his type of music is becoming popular because it's actually real music. I'm always behind, like when it comes to musicians and bands. Like as soon as I start getting into something, I'll find that they've broken up, like 5 years ago, and I just buy their entire catalog and listen to it all. Same with TV shows. I never like a TV show when it's on. It's not until it's done. What's your name? Timetio. Yeah, thank you, man. Do you ever play Ghosts? I haven't played COD outside of work in a long time just because of how busy I am. Made music for other games? I have not. I've only ever been working for Treyarch. Ever meet Mick Gordon? Nope. Seems like a cool dude. Kevin's favorite band is Blink-182. No, but I mean, it's just not my genre. Right on, Carl. Why is it so cold in California? That's my question to you. Wonder how many games you got into metal. What do you mean? Did I meet Skrillex? No, Tui did actually, though. He went out to hang with him at one of his Vegas shows to talk to him about the songs. If I could work at Bethesda, they make cool shit. That's the big, what is it, paradox or the rub about working at a game company. One of my favorite games of all time was Diablo 2. and I always dreamed of working there. But if I work at the game that I like, then the mystery is gone. There's no more magic, and I just see the nuts and bolts behind it. So you can't really enjoy the game that you work on. So it's a toss-up. My first song for COD was Lullaby. I mean, the first Easter egg song, yeah. Favorite bow or World at War zombies map? Eviction, World at War. Or Eat or Damn for multiplayer for COD 3. Am I responsible for the ambient soundtrack? No, it's mostly Tui. Brian Tui on Twitter. He's the audio director at Treyarch. Why didn't Undone have lyrics? That wasn't even supposed to be an Easter egg song. It was just a kind of a 60s Pink Floydish sounding thing I wrote to test something on Black Ops 1 that we were going to use in the spot, but then we ended up not. And we just had it laying around, so we threw it in there. You work with Jack Waldall. Mostly Brian's interfacing with him, but occasionally, but yeah, he just writes the music for the whole game, basically. Why are some of my songs not on Spotify? I don't decide what goes on those streaming services in the context of the COD zombie songs. Future or end, you never know. It's hard to say. Am I a fan of all of somebody? I don't know. Numbers is the best campaign mission ever. You'd probably find some people who agree here. Fan of superheroes? When I was a kid, I was. You have a contract that does not allow you to talk about some issues. Well, I mean, everybody who works in anything entertainment-wise has, an NDA, which is non-disclosure agreement, which means you don't talk about anything that hasn't been announced publicly. And there's some things I just won't, because I think it destroys the lore. Like, talking about the meaning of my songs, even though they've been out and even though they're talking about stories that people, already know, quote unquote, like I said before, artists who talk about the meaning of their art is lame, I think. It just ruins it. Once Human, I don't know who they are. Favorite movie? 13th Warrior. Favorite Dead Ops arcade track? I won't favorite any of mine, but in Too Many Deaths on the Dance Floor by James McCauley. I can't favorite my own songs. What's your favorite? Tell me. Me too. What's your name? I don't speak Spanish very well, not without Google Translate. Temple of Shrooms? Oh, right on, yeah. That was a good one. Why doesn't Light from Shore have lyrics? We just wanted to make an instrumental. Reflections, that's cool. Play Through the Fire and Flames. Any words I know in Spanish? Yeah, but not good ones. Dead Flowers, I Am the Well, Beat of Annihilation. That's cool. Twilight. Oh, yeah, you should ask Brian Tui about that one. That was a song he wrote even before COD, so it's been around for a while. I think he had that written for, what was it called? True Crime 2. Ace 2K Ace. It is what it is. That's right, Ramaya. How did I react to the insane drumming in Archangel? Well, I've known Darren for a long time. The first time I saw him play was at Berkeley, and people who take their primary instrument as performance major have to play a senior recital in which they have to put out flyers and perform in a recital hall. Anyone can show up. So I saw there was a death metal one, and Berkeley's a jazz school, so that was unusual. And I went there and saw him play a bunch of pieces. You know, you call them pieces when you're in a recital. And, you know, he had various vocalists and instrumental guitar players up there play while he was doing, you know, just fantastic drumming work. So I've known him for a long time. But he's awesome, so it's always impressive. Thanks, Jose. One five riddles. Oh yeah, yeah. Tui did that one. Man, am I running out again? I'm getting rid of this stuff too fast. An instrumental for Undone. I've been getting that a lot. Hilarious. An instrumental for A Light from the Shore. Instrumental for Undone. I do need to put up tabs though. I know it's been so long. Thoughts on pop music? It depends on the decade. I was talking about this, and I'm going to rant here for just a second. I'm very handsome and I speak little English. Is that what they're trying to get me to say? Was that? I was going to complain about something. Oh yeah, pop music. There's nothing wrong with pop music inherently. However, like the past decade, like you know, I used to analyze even like you know like Backstreet Boys music back in the 90s was written by Max Martin and a team of songwriters, and it had this really interesting play of harmonies and chord progressions that was worth looking into because you could actually use it in any genre. However, in my opinion, lately, all of it is just so dead. It just doesn't do anything interesting at all. And I don't find any deep meaning out of the lyrics that they're writing. So there's nothing for me to get. The sounds aren't cool. The production and engineering is good, as always. Of course it is. But other than that, musically, it's just forgettable swill, in my opinion. The McDonald's of music. Yeah. Although I do like some McDonald's, like a double quarter pounder. Oh man, so good. Johnny Cash is great. Only pop artist I like. Who is that? I didn't see what you said. No, you know, pop music like in the 80s. I mean, people are trying to copy